What's up, guys? How you doing? Welcome in. Hi. Hi, how are you? Okay. Hi, how are you? Hi, how are you? Sorry, I had to start a little late today because I wanted to get this here. This doesn't really say much. This is what I'm trying to put on. This nylon mesh microphone pop filter. Because I was doing the playback earlier today, and I noticed a couple plosives. So I'm like, please listen to my playback. Playboy Max on the beat. But I got one of these. It's a pop filter from Frameworks. I got that when I got all my other stuff. So when I got this microphone, I also got like a cloud booster, so it boosts the signal, though I honestly believe that this really doesn't need it. We'll see, though. We'll see how it works. However, oh, this is kind of cool, actually. This is kind of cool. It's got not one, but two membranes. Extra protection. Oops, sorry. Extra protection. We'll go ahead and pop this bad boy on. Now, usually you'll notice that these Electro Voices will just have like the tiniest little pop filter on there, but I didn't get the memo, and I bought one of these. So I'll rock this while I have it. Maybe I'll sell it. Who knows? We'll see. Actually, it might take a moment longer to actually put this on. I'm somewhat used to these things, but there we go. Yeah. Put this bad boy on. Ooh. There we go. Alright, now my only thought is like, where can I put this where it won't disturb it? Like, is that? That might have to be, because I can't hook it on to like anything down here concretely. You know what? I suppose no. I think it must have to be like this. Alright, guys, bear with me. Brother, bear with me. Trying to like play this out. Where's this best gonna fit? Maybe here. I just don't want to fuck up the mechanism of this microphone. You know what I mean? I don't want this thing to be not free flowing. Fuck. Okay. I might need help. This is probably not where it goes, but I think this will work for now. I think this will also make it like too heavy on one side. This thing already has a habit of falling when you least expect it. Let's see. There we go. Tighten that up a notch. Then, gotta get creative with this. Because I suppose I could put it like on this thing. I'm just skeptical if it's going to actually stay in place. Oh, is it big enough? Oh, kind of. Kind of. All right, here. Yeah, a little bit, a little bit, a little bit. There we go. Then we'll... There we go. Okay. Cool. Cool. The only problem is this blocks like a ton of my visual over here. Like all of this is black now. So it's not the best in the world, but I'm here for good conditioned sound. Bar none. Bar none. So let's see how that works. First of all, welcome to the crib, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the crib. We got a little green screen going on, so we got that action. And we'll go ahead and go into the video capture, filters, bam. Now we are good to go. Repping some iStock here, but also, apart from that, check that out. Ooh, dude, trippy. We got a Mandelbrot set over here. So that might be the new background. I'm a big fan of the Mandelbrot set. So if you don't know what that is, look it up, Jamie. Get your translucent ghost cup with your very own Mandelbrot set on it from onit.com. Man, I think that similarity setting is up too high. Okay. Where were we? Let's go in. Check 1 2, check 3 4. The mic is reading. I feel like the mic is kind of low. What do you guys think? Check 1 2, check 3 4. Hello. I feel like with a pop filter, I do kind of have to turn it up a little bit. Check 1 2, check 3 4. All right, that's at 0 decibels. Hopefully that's like raw. We're hitting it raw, chat. We're hitting it raw. I think that's me on YouTube. Okay. We got this going on. Let's go to window. Yeah. I feel like this is just way too big though, so forgive me while I shrink it a little bit. There we are. Okay. So we got a couple different things. A couple different things that we could audition for. It's getting pretty late, so I probably won't audition, but if I were to audition, these are probably projects that I would audition for. This one's about a 4-hour project, 200 to 400 per produced hour. That's pretty good, though it has 1 rating, so I don't know. We'll see about that. What's the audition script? If they're easy auditions, I'll do them. This next one is suited for leadership, how to show up with purpose and to have a lasting impact by Dennis W. Pullen. This I think was a royalty share, but it had a lot of ratings, so that's pretty good. That's what I liked about that. And then this one was 3 hours, so 50 to 100. That's about 150 to 300. 99 ratings. That's pretty good. The Carnivore Club Companion, a holistic approach to the meat eating lifestyle. There we go. Let's see what the script is. Oh, I gotta download the script. I always hate when I have to download the script. Let's go back. Let's go to Logic Pro projects. Maybe I'll put it in there. Sometimes they'll just like attach the entire book. Okay. It's not bad. Let's warm up with some. Are you enjoying Microsoft Word? Not at all. Steve Jobs. Sorry. Bill Gates. Bill Gates. Let's go ahead and save our project. Let's show you what's going on here. Over to Logic Pro. We're going to save our project. Save. All right. And then we're going to also copy, setting, new. Don't close. I don't normally do that, but I'm doing it for this instance so I can paste the channel strip setting so I don't have to think about everything that I just did. I can just take it straight from here. Copy channel strip setting. Untitled. Paste. Bam. There we go. There we go. Save as. Auditions. March. So we'll do that. This is the Carnivore. This one will be suited for leadership. And then this one is self-driving. Okay, let's audition for some things. Let's go Carnivore. Carnivore. All right, are you guys on this? No, you're not. Logic Pro. Sometimes it likes to link the wrong one. Unless the other one's still up. Yeah, that's my bad, actually. Let's go ahead and close that one. Yeah, it's my bad. Okay. Let's go back and we'll read from the script. The Carnivore Club. That's what we're auditioning for. 3 hours. Let's do it. No. No metronome. Sorry. Yo, that is quiet. No metronome. Sorry. What? That's crazy. All right. Recently, a revolutionary approach to nutrition has taken the health and fitness world by storm. Recently, a revolutionary approach to nutrition has taken the health and fitness world by storm, better known as the carnivore diet. This meat-centric way of eating has captured the attention of countless individuals. As someone who has personally experienced the transformative power of the carnivore style. As someone who has personally experienced the transformative power of the carnivore lifestyle, I am excited to share my knowledge and passion with you. I am excited to share my knowledge and passion with you throughout the pages of this book. At its core, the carnivore diet is a straightforward approach to nourishment, focusing solely on animal products, while sidestepping plant-based foods. By embracing this way of eating, countless individuals have reported remarkable improvements in their health. Countless individuals have reported remarkable improvements in their health. Remarkable improvements in their health, including effortless weight loss, enhanced mental clarity, and a surge in energy levels. However, for those new to the carnivore lifestyle, the prospect of overhauling one's mindset about dieting can seem daunting. At its core, the concepts of the carnivore diet hugely challenge mainstream nutritional guidance. Here is where the Carnivore Club comes in. This book is designed to be your comprehensive guide to navigating the world of the carnivore diet, providing you with the tools, knowledge, and support you will need to embark on this life-changing journey with confidence. No matter where you're coming from, whether you want to shed extra weight and take back your health, push your athletic performance to the next level, or explore a fresh approach to eating. This book is here to guide you every step of the way. All right. That looks so quiet. I don't know if you guys can see that, but that looks so quiet. Hold up. Let me actually alter this. There we go. We'll keep it that same size. Even though it doesn't look good, we'll keep it that same size. Just so on the playback, we're not like misappropriating it or anything. You know what? Yo, I got this. Logic Pro properties. Damn. Too bad. Yeah, that's too bad. Ooh, I got it. Brave. Okay, I'm going to cycle through a couple things, but bear with me, guys. Bear with me. Be right back. Guest camera. Audio input capture. That's it. Audio input capture. What is that? Properties. Device default. You know, that might just be a different microphone. Like, it might be actually like either this microphone or my computer microphone. So I'm gonna not use that. There we go. Video is paused. Continue watching. Hold up. Interact. Yes. There we go. Okay. Fantastic. Fantastic. Let's go Brave. Logic Pro. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into Logic and we are going to turn all of this off. I know. Annoying. But we're going to need that later. So I do need those settings. Just not right now. We're going to convert it to a wave. Hold up. We're going to convert this to a 48 hertz wave. There we go. We're going to call that auditions. There we go. This is carnivore. Bounce. And we quickly bounce that because we're going to bring this over into Descript. And if you guys want to use my code, you can absolutely use my code. You will get 50% off for 2 months of the Creator Monthly Plan. So I think it's a really good deal. You can support me because I will get 30% of whatever you spend, up to $20. So let me put this in the chat. What? Oh. Remove that. Yes. What are you doing? Copy invite link. Okay. Apparently it doesn't want me to do that. Okay. I'll just copy the invite link and go into OBS and go into main camera. Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. Check out the Mandelbrot set. All right. I'm going to put this in the Twitch chat because I know Twitch won't steer me wrong. There we go. I'm going to say use my link, use my Descript link for 50% off 2 months of the Creator Plan. There we go. Nice. So I'll go ahead and pin that. Who else is on? Hold up. Nice. Cool. All right. Check out my Descript. Check out my Descript. Okay, I need only one of those chats. Probably turn them both off for now. All right, so Descript is really cool because I go into auditions and then I upload the new project. Really, really cool thing to do. They actually recently changed the theme. They're all red now. So they are all redder like Rick. All right, auditions. Wave. This is the wave file we just created last minute of yesterday. Cool thing what you can do with this is you can actually utilize AI. I don't recommend that you do that. But if you're in a pinch and you recognize that you said the wrong word, you can easily just, with your AI assistant, create like, I said but there, but it's a for, I don't know, something like that. Something like, oh, I didn't have another take where I said it. Typically what I like to do, what comes off a lot better, is I'll try to find me saying that same word somewhere else in the general proximity. That's always best. And you can do that on here, and I'll show you how to do that. But if worse comes to worse and you have to say something that you literally didn't say at all, this thing has you covered where you can actually generate AI speech. I probably have only had to use it once, and I may have not actually used that take, to be honest. I did like a Frankenstein of other takes, but the possibility is there. If you want to use it, the possibility is there. You can do so much with this program, though. And my favorite thing, though, is you can remove retakes. That's like the biggest thing. Because all I want to do is recently a revolutionary approach. Yes. This meat-centric. Yes. As someone. Yes. I am excited. Yes. At its core. Yes. It is a straightforward. Is a straightforward. Yeah. Focusing solely. Yes. Remarkable improvements in their health, enhanced mental clarity, and a surge. However, for those new, the concepts hugely challenge. Here is what the carnivore to be your comprehensive guide. It's doing pretty good tonight, actually. Push your athletic performance, a fresh approach. This book is, and to guide you every step. Wow, that was really good. That did really good tonight. A lot of the times it doesn't. It has some mistakes. It has the possibility for mistakes, but that was actually really good. All right, now I'm going to find all gaps greater than 0.5. I'm going to go through and I'm going to shorten them. But I got to make sure that it has none of these little marks here. Can you see that? No, you can't. Yeah, you can't really see that either. Basically, it's this little bit right here. A lot of the times, this part is not being registered as a word. So because of that, it thinks that this entire thing is a gap. It's saying, hey, you have 2 seconds of a gap there. Do you want to remove it? And I have to override that because it's going to cut this. It's going to cut off like half of what I say. So Control Z. There we go. Look at that. I'm getting so good at this. So I want to go through and actually just pull it back a little bit because that's excessive, but not like terrible. This is a true gap. All right, I'm actually gonna push this up a bit so you guys can see it. Push this up a bit. Oh man, there's just nowhere. Maybe I need to just move. Maybe that's it. Maybe I need to move. Maybe the problem is me. There we go. Maybe the problem is me. There we are. So, shrink me a bit. Nice. Nice. Okay. I don't really need a title. So we'll take that off. All right, so this is kind of what I'm looking at right here. This is a true space going on. That space is a second, 1.5 seconds. We want to trim that to at most half a second. That's my general rule. Between words is about half a second. And then, so this is the tricky part. You got to come in with like a little. Then you don't know if that's actually the word, so you have to play it.
Levels. However.
Yeah, I thought so. So we got to get rid of that and provide a little bit of space.
In energy levels. However.
Okay. Get rid of that. This, that, the other thing. It's pretty fun, actually, when you... It makes editing a lot more fun than it would be otherwise. But I did notice that has some bits up here. All right, so we're at the end here. To embark on this life-changing journey, sometimes things do not get recognized. You need to embark on this journey.
And support you need to embark on this journey. To embark on this life and support you will need to embark on this life and support you need to embark.
Okay. I'm going to split it there, bring it up. So I love this program because you can edit basically in 3 different capacities. You can edit through the transcript, straight in front of you. If you're like, I said that word twice, like it'll identify where that word is in the timeline and remove it. It's not perfect, but it gets it pretty damn close. Second, if you want to, you can zoom out on this timeline here, and you can shorten word gaps or elongate word gaps. Very easy to do that. You can hit S, which splits it, and then take that out completely. Anything that you want. So you have one modality where you can edit it through the transcript. You have a second where you can edit it through the timeline. And then third, you have your assistant over here where you can remove retakes, shorten word gaps, all of that automatically. So I love it. If you guys want to use it, it's called Descript. You can use my link in the Twitch bio, in the Twitch, my link in the Twitch chat right now. That will save you 50% off for a monthly plan, but you can use it for free, and I suggest you use it for free. Get a feel for the program before you sink any money into it, because you don't want to pay for something you don't love. All right. So that turned that probably about like a 30 to 45 minute editing situation into like maybe 10, 15 minutes. Maybe. Like I said, not perfect, but pretty damn close.
Recently, a revolutionary approach to nutrition has taken the health and fitness world by storm, better known as the carnivore diet. This meat-centric.
Okay, I don't like the way it said this there. So maybe I like this one.
This meat-centric way of eating his or diet.
Okay.
Carnivore diet. This meat-centric way of
So then I'll take this and go to way. See how that works. If I can Frankenstein it.
Carnivore diet. This meat-centric way of eating has captured the attention
So much
of
better.
countless individuals. As someone who has personally experienced the transformative power of the carnivore lifestyle, I am excited to share my knowledge. I am excited to share my knowledge and passion with you throughout the pages of this book.
I'm not sold on it. Um, let's see how I said it before.
Excited to share my knowledge and passion with you. I am excited to share my knowledge and passion with you.
Okay. Sometimes it comes out better if I have multiple takes and I have one part of one take and one part of the other take because I've said it with such different inflections that instead of coming off like really high and then like really flat, it's like a mix of both, which gives it this interesting dynamic. So I always love when I don't love the way I've read it, I'll go back and do a hodgepodge of them, and I find that I like that a lot more.
Carnivore lifestyle. I am excited to share my knowledge and passion with you throughout the pages of this book. At its core,
Oh, we got a breath there. Look at that.
book. At its core, this book. At its core, the carnivore diet. At its core, the carnivore diet is a straightforward approach to nourishment, focusing focusing solely on animal products, focusing solely on animal products, while sides products, while sides animal products, while sidestepping plant-based foods by embrace by embracing this countless individual way of eating, countless individuals have reported way of eating, countless individuals this way of eating, countless individuals this way of eating, countless individuals have reported remarkable reported remarkable improvements in their health, including
Okay, I know this is a list, so I'm going to bring these back. Because lists should be like bam, bam, bam. All right.
reported remarkable
I don't love that spacing there. Reported.
reported remarkable
I must have said it better here.
remarkable improvements
Okay.
remarkable improvements in their health,
Okay, how about this?
including countless individuals have reported remarkable individuals have reported remarkable have reported remarkable improvements in their health,
Okay.
including effortless weight loss, enhanced mental clarity, and
A little bit more there.
a surge in energy levels. However,
Bring that back.
energy levels. However, levels. However, for those however, for those new to the carnivore the style, the prospect the prospect of overhauling one's mindset about dieting can seem daunting. At its core, daunting. At its core, daunting. At its core, the concepts The concepts of the carnivore diet usually challenge mainstream nutritional guidance. Here is guidance. Here is nutritional guidance. Here is where guidance. Here is where the carnivore club comes in. Where the carnivore club comes in. This book is designed to be your comprehensive guide to navigating the world of the carnivore diet, providing you with the tools, knowledge, and support you need to embark on this journey, life-changing journey with confidence. No matter where you're coming from, whether you want to shed extra weight, no matter where you're coming from, whether you want to shed extra weight and take back your health, push your athletic performance to the next level, or explore a fresh approach to eating. This book is here to guide you every step of the way.
All right. There we go. There we have it. We have a local export of a lossless wave mono normalized. Sorry, not normalized. Not normalized. We don't want to normalize it. We want to do as little to the wave file as possible. We're going to call this carnivore final. And then go back into bring myself over there for a moment. There we go. Bring these back up. Bam, bam, and then Logic. All right, so we're going to go back into Logic. We're going to copy this, mute the original. We're going to call that carnivore raw. This is carnivore final. We're going to put that up top so you guys can see it. With this, I'm going to turn all the channels back on. So we have all of our techniques ready to go. We're going to import that audio file as the final wave. Bring that in. Sample rate conversion. Why are you doing a sample rate conversion? Don't do a sample rate conversion. Settings, audio. Where you at? Score, control, my info, advanced, audio. Huh. Okay. Interesting. We're gonna go Logic Pro projects. Where you at? Maybe I can just import it. Auditions. Final. Why do you keep converting that? Huh. Shouldn't make much of a difference, but I don't like the fact that that's what my workflow is.
Recently, a revolutionary
Okay. Turn that down a bit. What are we at?
A revolutionary approach to nutrition has taken the
Make that time. Make that 1 second. Control U. Why'd you do that? Okay, so 52 is our last minute there, so we want to go to 53. The general rule of thumb is to always have a second of buffer before and a second of buffer after. That's ACX requirements. So we're going to solo that track and then bounce it with all of that stuff on there as an MP3. We're going to call this carnivore underscore audition. There we go. Now, big thing is that if you have the internal monitoring on, you will not bounce anything at all. Your resulting waveform or MP3 will be completely devoid of any sound. So, do be aware. All right. Let's check it out. Let's go to Brave browser. Guys, use my link to use Brave browser. All right. The Carnivore Club Companion. We're going to upload our file, upload our MP3 file. Bam. And we just auditioned. Look at that. We need like a soundboard. We need like a yay soundboard. Something like that. Check it out. We just auditioned. There we go. You can't see it. We did it. We did it, guys. We did it. All right, let's go to main camera. Okay, cool. Cool. We're still on the Mandelbrot set. All right, sweet. So, we did that. We auditioned. Oh, we have to submit the audition. Whoops. There we go. Audition submitted. Wouldn't that be absolutely terrible if we did all of that work and just didn't? Just we got to the finish line and then just didn't cross it. We just went home. Imagine that. All right, so oh wow, 99 ratings. That's pretty good. Yeah, so I think I selected this one because I'm at the point where I really shouldn't be auditioning for things, but this caught my eye because the original publication date was kind of a little while ago. It has 99 ratings, which is really, really good. And those ratings are really high. So that, in addition to 50 to 100 per produced hour, that's not bad. Being involved with a project like this would be really cool. but I'm going to put that on the back burner. No pun intended. Uh, but all that to say, I probably won't be auditioning for these other ones. But if I were to audition, it would probably be something like this. It would be this suited for leadership. I like this one because it has high ratings, 94 ratings. 4.9, that's incredible. So this is really good. I don't even care if this is royalty share. This would be a really cool project to be involved with. This one, I mean, it's all right, but it's really high paying. So looks like it has 1 rating. What's the audition script? Yeah, it's just a lot of this looks super low key, but like when you get into it, it's probably about 30 minutes per audition, and we just don't have that tonight. So because of that, I'm gonna go ahead and cancel out of these because they'll probably be auditioned for tomorrow. But it's always good to have a hefty dose of having auditioned for something because one, it can warm you up vocally. Um, Two, you're always putting yourself out there, so if anything falls through, like you always have a backup. And then three, like uh, you can become like me, completely overwhelmed with projects, and then want to tear your hair out. Um, let's see. So right now we're working on this project right here. It is the Revenue Cure: Strategies to Eliminate Revenue Loss, Improve Compliance, and Safeguard Your Practice. This is by Scott Tartamella, and the guy that he was even so kind as to put my name on the title. So how cool is that? And Scott was so impressed with my audition that he actually offered his other book, Fit and Strong After 50. He gave me that opportunity as well. So shout out Scott for putting my name on there. That was really cool. You did not have to do that, but I'm super happy to be part of it. So we got those. Um, right now we're about 30-ish minutes in, having done chapter 1. So I want to see how far we can get into chapter 2 recording. Looks like we have quite a bit here. I probably wouldn't do the references, but that's about it. Everything else looks like it's free game. So we got the ball rolling. We got some stuff uploaded. So let's see if we can continue rolling this ball uphill. All right. Trying to pull up the script here. I should have that downloaded actually. Finder, external hard drive. Let's see. The Logic Pro. Where you at? It's alphabetical. You are right here. Revenue Cure. Damn. Why do I not have that? Okay. I'll download it here. Lucky enough. Yeah, I thought you were in here somewhere. Where are you? All right, I'm going to save it in here because I can't find it. And we'll open that. Bam. We'll open this project and then we will display it on the iPad here. There we go. This cool thing what I can do with the iPad here is I can actually this is so cool. I love Apple. I love that you've done this, Apple. You are Absolutely amazing. You were too you were too good. You were too good. What I can do is I can extend the screen to my iPad. Extended display. There we go. And then that way I can use it as a second screen to pull up the title. How cool is that? You guys probably can't see it because of the green screen. Hold up. Bam. We'll go main camera. Bam. Look at that. I can pull up my script right here, ready to go. Go into Brave. So this is just to show what project I'm working on, and then OBS Logic. Now, let's see if I can pull up the script. There we go. You guys see that? Now you can kind of see what I'm working on. How cool is that? Now, it'd be even cooler if I could touch screen this and push it upward, but I cannot do that right now for some reason. So, we'll just have to make do with what we got. It's always something. We're going to go into Chapter 2. Chapter 2 is pages 13 to 25. Apparently, it's not hyperlinked, so you have to actually scroll. Chapter 2. All right. I can pinch it, but I can't make it larger. Sorry. I can pinch it to make it larger, but I can't scroll with it. So, that's kind of funny. There's a continuous scroll option? What? What's the continuous scroll option? Oh, okay. Yeah. I have to scroll it. Duh. I have to scroll it. Duh. Okay. Let me, make the script a little bit bigger. Yeah, there we go. That way the script has my back. The script has my back there. All right. Let's get this started. Okay, so we have to save what we were working on and then open Revenue Cure. Close it. And I might have to redo that on OBS. We're going to mute everything from chapter 1. Let's make sure you guys are seeing it. And you're not. Logic Pro, we got to go to Revenue Cure. There we go. We're on a new page, guys. Come on. Chapter 2. Humble beginnings. All right, let's get this bread.
The Revenue Cure.
You! I said to mute you. What are you doing? I cannot believe you. Ruined my take. Chapter 2. Billing and coding excellence. Documentation is the foundation of financial accuracy. Every claim that leaves a medical practice tells a clinical story through documentation. While physicians often see documentation as a regulatory obligation or a reference for future care, It also serves as the main factor for financial accuracy. Payers, payers review each claim not only for medical necessity, but also for the clarity, thoroughness, and, and organization of the physician's account. Incomplete or vague documentation can disrupt the entire revenue cycle and impact both immediate reimbursement, and long-term financial stability. Documentation must align with payer expectations, coding standards, and clinical detail. This alignment is not achieved through templates or shortcuts. It requires deliberate attention to clinical reasoning, symptom progression, differential diagnoses, and treatment justification. When documentation fully reflects the encounter, coders can confidently assign accurate codes. When it does not, coders are forced to interpret intent, fill gaps, or make conservative choices that underrepresent the complexity of the patient's condition. These small compromises, multiplied across thousands of encounters, lead to significant revenue loss. High-quality documentation also shields the practice from external review. Auditors depend on the provider's written narrative to evaluate compliance with payer guidelines. When documentation clearly justifies the level of service billed, the practice is better protected against claims of overbilling or code misuse. Conversely, when documentation lacks detail, even honest and appropriate coding decisions can seem questionable. Physicians might feel that their clinical judgment is being second-guessed. But often the real issue is not the care provided, rather the clarity and completeness of the documented record. As coding and billing standards continue to evolve, documentation must keep pace. This requires ongoing education, structured workflows, and a practice culture that considers documentation a strategic asset. When physicians and clinical staff grasp the financial impact, when physicians and clinical staff grasp the financial impact of each line of documentation, they become active partners in the revenue protection. They become active partners in revenue protection instead of passive participants in a complex administrative system. This shift elevates the entire revenue cycle. This shift elevates the entire revenue cycle and strengthens the link between clinical care and financial sustainability. Woo! Okay. All right. We got some of the way through. Let's go back. Let's take it back. We got the revenue cure. I just want to be pure. Okay. Cool. Okay. All right, we're doing good. We're like hitting a flow state. I feel like we're hitting a flow state a little bit. Obviously, I have some improvements to make, but like I feel like when this happens, I'm hitting a flow state and getting into it pretty quickly, and I'm really feeling the words more. So we'll see how it goes, but I'm feeling all right with it. Coding as a strategic asset rather than a clerical function. In many independent practices, coding is often wrongly seen as a clerical task. Coding is often wrongly seen as a clerical task that happens after the clinical encounter. This is misleading. This misunderstanding reduces the recognition of coding's strategic role. This misunderstanding reduces the recognition of coding's strategic role and hides the level of expertise needed to turn clinical complexity into accurate financial results. Coding is one of the most vital functions in the revenue cycle. It affects reimbursement levels. It affects reimbursement levels, the accuracy of payer reports, and the practice's compliance status. Coding is not just about selecting a CPT code, attaching an ICD-10 diagnosis, and submitting a claim. It is a structured interpretation of medical necessity based on the provider's documentation. Coders must understand anatomy, physiology, disease progression, treatment methods, payer policies, RVU valuation, and compliance regulations. They need to evaluate each encounter. Through a combination of clinical reasoning and regulatory awareness. Their work demands precision, judgment, and ongoing engagement with changing guidelines. When coding is viewed as a clerical task, physicians unknowingly risk substantial financial losses. Undercoding results in the undervaluation of complex encounters. Undercoding okay. Undercoding results in the undervaluation of complex encounters. Overcoding subjects the practice to audits, penalties, and accusations of fraud. Inaccurate coding leads to denials that waste staff time and postpone revenue. Practices lacking coding expertise, relying on guesswork, or outdated knowledge, face ongoing reimbursement Practices lacking coding experience, relying on guesswork, or outdated knowledge face ongoing reimbursement problems. By elevating coding to a strategic role, practices unlock greater financial stability. And operational visibility. Coders become partners rather than peripheral staff members. Coders become partners rather than peripheral staff members. They provide feedback on documentation gaps, help shape clinical templates, support audit readiness, safeguard compliance, and assist the practice in anticipating changes in payer behavior. Coding excellence. Coding excellence transforms from a behind-the-scenes necessity into a competitive advantage. Coding excellence transforms a behind-the-scenes necessity into a competitive advantage. Independent practices especially benefit from this strategic approach since they constantly face the pressure from payers. constantly face pressure from payers scrutinizing claims for minor discrepancies. Strong coding acts as a shield against this scrutiny. It enables practices to bill with confidence, appeal effectively, and sustain a steady revenue stream. Viewing coding as a strategic asset elevates it from a clerical task to a vital element of financial success. The financial impact of precision coding and billing structures. Every decision in the billing and coding process has financial stakes. Accuracy here is essential for maintaining sustainable medical practice operations. When coding properly reflects clinical complexity and billing follows established protocols, a practice benefits from consistent reimbursements, fewer denials, and better cash flow. Conversely, even slight lapses in precision can lead to immediate and often compounding financial setbacks. Errors in coding can cause ripple effects throughout the revenue cycle. A missing modifier leads to claim denial. An incorrect diagnosis results in medical necessity denials. An incorrect diagnosis results in medical necessity denials. A mismatched CPT and ICD-10 pairing triggers automatic payer edits. When these mistakes happen often, they create administrative fatigue and overwhelm staff who spend hours fixing preventable issues. This disrupts productivity and leaves less time for proactive revenue management. Precise billing structures are also crucial. Claims must be submitted with the correct formatting. Proper sequencing, and complete documentation. Eligibility should be verified before the encounter. Authorizations need to be obtained and documented. Benefits must be interpreted accurately. Benefits must be interpreted accurately to ensure clear communication with patients. Payment should be posted carefully to identify underpayments. recoupments, or silent write-offs, or silent write-offs. When billing and coding work as integrated parts of a unified system, practices regain control over their financial results. Clean claim rates increase. Denials decrease. Payment speed improves. Staff spends less time. Staff spend less time fixing errors, and more time boosting revenue. Physicians experience fewer interruptions. Caused by coding questions, or payer conflicts. Financial clarity replaces uncertainty. Financial clarity replaces uncertainty. Precision coding and billing offer another vital benefit. They generate dependable data for practice analytics, benchmarking, and performance enhancement. Accurate coding ensures precise reporting, which supports informed decision-making. Without precision, data becomes unreliable. And strategic planning is compromised. Practices may then make decisions based on flawed financial indicators, resulting in misguided investments or staffing choices. The financial impact of precision goes well beyond individual claims. It influences the practice's ability to withstand reimbursement cuts, handle volume variations, and keep cash flow steady. Precision is the foundation of financial integrity, built through expertise, structured processes, and ongoing oversight. Just got to pause it for a second. We just hit 1 a.m. here in St. Louis. We just hit 1 a.m. Oof. Woo. All right, how much longer do we have? We got 19. I think it's like to 23, I think. Yeah. 24 we're on. Shit, where were we? Oh, this is always bad. Built through expertise. Okay, here we are. We can do it, guys. We can do it. We can get through chapter 2. I have faith. I have faith. Okay. I always start these things. I'm like, I'm just going to do what I can. I'm just going to do what I can. And then I end up being like, I have a goal in mind. And then I'll like do anything to reach that goal, If you feel me, Dubs in the chat. Audit readiness as a continuous discipline. Audit readiness is not a task that can be addressed periodically or reactively. It's an ongoing discipline that must be integrated into the daily operations of the practice. It's an ongoing discipline that must be integrated into the daily operations of the practice. Payers and regulatory agencies review documentation, coding, and billing practices with increasing scrutiny. The rise in audit activity combined with automated claim analysis tools has created an environment where practices must assume that every claim is likely to be reviewed. Audit readiness starts with proper documentation, but spans every part of the revenue cycle. It requires clear coordination between clinical notes, coding decisions, and billing processes. It calls for structured workflows. Version-controlled templates, and strict compliance with payer guidelines. It also involves staff training, internal audits, and careful tracking of payer behavior. Practices that maintain ongoing audit readiness operate confidently rather than out of fear. They submit claims that pass scrutiny. They respond to audits. They respond to audit requests promptly. They address patterns proactively instead of retroactively. Audit readiness safeguards the practice financially and reputation-wise. The practices most susceptible to audit risk. Are not necessarily those involved in questionable billing. They are the ones lacking consistent processes, variations in documentation styles, inconsistent coding decisions, and unstructured billing workflows create discrepancies that auditors see as red flags. Even honest mistakes can lead to extensive reviews, recoveries, and penalties. By maintaining continuous audit readiness, Practices demonstrate compliance, improve documentation quality, and elevate their professionalism. And elevate their professionalism. They foster an environment where accuracy is valued not out of fear, but because it underpins financial integrity. Audit readiness is more than just a defensive measure. It is a sign of operational excellence. It is a sign of operational excellence. It is a sign of operational excellence. The critical role of medical billing. Medical billing is the financial engine that turns clinical efforts. Medical billing is the financial engine that turns clinical efforts into measurable revenue. It's not just a simple clerical task. It's a structured, highly specialized process that demands accuracy, consistency, and a thorough understanding of payer rules. Many practices underestimate how much billing performance influences every other part of the organization. When billing is efficient, revenue becomes predictable. Staff stress reduces. Staff stress reduces. And physicians can concentrate on clinical decisions rather than financial recovery. Conversely, poor billing can cause even successful practices to face cash flow issues. Poor billing can cause even successful practices to face cash flow issues. Increase accounts receivable and expose them to unnecessary financial risks. Effective billing begins with complete and accurate charge capture. All eligible services must be identified, documented, and transmitted properly. Then, claims should be formatted according to payer requirements, checked for errors, and submitted within specified deadlines. Billing staff needs to stay current. Billing staff needs to stay current with changing coverage policies. Prior authorization rules, and payer-specific details that can affect how claims are processed. In today's environment, billing demands strong operational discipline. And constant attention to detail. Each stage of the billing process directly affects financial performance. Incomplete charge entry. Incomplete charge entry. Incomplete charge entry results. Incomplete charge entry results in revenue loss before a claim is even created. Weak claim scrubbing. Weak claim scrubbing leads to more denials and delayed payments. Inaccurate or late payment posting prevents the practice from seeing its true financial status. Differences between expected and actual reimbursements go unnoticed. And differences between expected and actual reimbursements go unnoticed. When discrepancies occur, they must be quickly identified and resolved. When discrepancies occur, they must be quickly identified and resolved to prevent issues from accumulating across multiple pay periods. Billing excellence goes beyond just faster processing. It involves protecting the patient's revenue. It involves protecting the practice's revenue through accurate, timely, and responsible procedures. A well-run billing system provides stability for the practice. Increasing confidence in operations, and supporting long-term planning. Precision coding as a financial strategy. Coding is one of the most powerful financial tools in a medical practice. It determines how clinical services are presented, how payers view the encounter, and how reimbursement is ultimately calculated. Coding accuracy is a regulatory requirement, but it also offers a strategic advantage. Practices that treat coding as a vital discipline rather than a secondary task tend to achieve stronger and more consistent financial results. Every patient encounter requires accurate translation into standardized codes. That reflect complexity, medical necessity, Alright, I mean, it's like At this point, I feel like I feel like we've done enough. I feel like we've done enough at this point. Why do I feel like we've done enough at this point? When we haven't made it through chapter 2, when we haven't even made it through chapter 2, error occurred while recording. It's too bad. It's too bad. Let's go ahead and save that real quick. Revenue cure. I just want to be pure. We'll save that. Okay. Well, guys, I'll tell you what. It is 1 in the morning. It is 1:17, and we got through about as far as I think that we could get without me deteriorating into too much. I feel like if I just keep going, my voice is going to get worse and worse and worse. And you know what? We'll hit this tomorrow. There's no worries. It is already tomorrow. It's March 4th. I got to get up early for work and everything. Device timed out. Good job. Oh, you know what? That's this one. That's okay. That's all right. I know that, yeah, because I just put that away. That's okay. That's okay with me. So let's turn the script off, and then let's go to... Hello. Pause. Continue watching. Yes. All right. So that's about it for me today. Guys. That's about it for me today. Check, 1, 2. There we go. That's about it for me today. We'll go ahead and we'll turn off that effect. Yeah. We'll turn off that effect for now. Video capture device. Properties. Filters. Bam. Okay. Welcome to the behind the scenes, guys. Welcome to the behind the scenes. We're no longer in the Bahamas. Bahama with your mama. We're no longer there. We are here in the studio. We're in the studio getting lit right now. We're in the studio getting uppity. Right now, we are just about to go to bed. But, hey, that's okay. Tired Rick. We're tired Rick right now. What else? I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you guys so much by watching. Thank you all so much for watching the recent VOD. Thank you for that. Yeah, let's see. Let's mute this real quick. Scroll down. Now live. Yeah, so I appreciate that. We're gonna edit the panels down below. I think that's probably gonna be the next thing that I work on. But yeah, for the time being, I appreciate you guys watching the VOD. I was gonna go down and see how many people viewed it. I think it was up to like 40 or something. So if that's true, and there actually was 44 people that watched it, Preesh, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Yeah, as far as the analytics go, guys, we earned 2 pennies last week. We earned 2 pennies last week. Appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for sticking through all of those advertisements. I appreciate that. Every little bit helps. Seriously, every little bit helps. And Twitch is gatekeeping all money. It only lets you cash out at $50, so we're quite a ways away from that. So it would help, but Twitch is kind of holding on to it. Anyway, whatever. Doesn't matter. Thank you so much for the 3 follows last week. I appreciate that. You guys are great. 4 unique followers. Wait, 4 unique chatters. Thank you so much for the 4 unique chatters. Yo, Zoe followed. Hold up. Thanks, Zoe. I appreciate that. If you popped into my channel for a second, thank you for popping in. And then what else? Your last stream hit a record 27 unique viewers. Thank you for that. It was probably for the fact that it was 7 hours long. 7 hours long. But yeah, that was super cool of you guys for watching any and all of those things. And I was gonna go see the VODs, but I have not been able to see it on here. I'm going through all the analytics. I just don't want to pull up anything like suspicious on the VODs, but I don't think it really matters anyway. So I'm looking through the analytics right here. So man, we got 8 from the browse page. I think changing channels was the appropriate thing to do, because reading and writing is like way more what we're actually doing, not necessarily because I was like, what's the closest thing to this? It's not IRL, really. Like, it's not really a how-to. So I tried to add a channel. I said making audiobooks, and then it said, no, we're not going to add that channel. So I said, all right, reading and writing. People that like books. Thank you for that. Yo, views from Twitch. Thank you so much for the follower that came in. I appreciate you. Thank you. But as far as the VODs go, I think VODs are on here as well. Community, content, video producer. Hey guys, got a fundraiser going on. Let's go to my channel. Got a fundraiser going on. Help me donate to Rise Overrun. Here we are, raising money for Rise Overrun, offering financial support and volunteering services to assist underprivileged and underrepresented groups through STEM education. Students from economically challenged backgrounds will be better equipped to solve the ever-present variable of poverty. Our program offers financial backing, volunteer tutoring, and mentor programs. We're in the funding stage for all of those projects. We're in the initial funding stages for this right here. So Rise Overrun, check it out. This is the donation that we are supporting on this stream. And yeah, if you want, also this link supports us as well. If you enjoyed the process of making an audiobook and you yourself would like to make an audiobook, I can't recommend Descript enough. I think it's amazing for audiobook creators, but also if you're making YouTube videos, that process could be helped out quite a bit with Descript. I know a lot of you guys are going to be using Final Cut Pro, which is really good as well. I use that myself. But Descript really changes the game with this. So thank you for that. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for checking us out for a little bit. I always deeply appreciate you checking out us while we create the revenue cure. The revenue cure, curing your revenue woes. This is due next week, I believe. A week and a day. We have a week and a day for that. So we're hitting it. And then after that, we got one more project. And then that's 15 minutes is due like in a week away from that. And then the final project's like a month away. So, guys, And by the way, I didn't even see this one today. By the way, thank you so much. Hold up. Can you see me? You can. Thank you So much. 3 sales immediately as March came in. One more sale on the 2nd, and we're already hitting it very strong in March. That's incredible. Last month we had 16. We started out with 2, and then we hit 3. So, and then one more. So we started off that month pretty strong as well. But let's see. Yo, Heg, what's up, Heck? Good to see you, Heck. Welcome in. I was actually just wrapping up the stream, but I'm glad you came in. Caught me right at the end, so I can say hello before I head off to bed. I'm well. I love that. I love that. Glad you're doing well. The chat is here. It's also here. I'm currently 5 chapters into Project Hail Mary. Ooh, okay. Which one is Project Hail Mary? Is that a book? Is that a book? You've reached the reading and writing stream. That seems like it should be a book. But maybe it's a movie that calls their seasons chapters. Who knows? We've seen it. Yes, it's a book. Love that. Love that. Nice. Nice. Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. Nice. Wait. I want to make sure that... Okay, so Lost Sea is coming up. There's a movie adaptation coming out on the 20th with Ryan Gosling. Oh, that's cool. Love that. On the 20th. Ryan Gosling's really good. He got his start really early. I was watching Goosebumps the other day, and he was just... There's this like little boy in there on one of the scenes, and I'm like, that's Ryan Gosling. That's Ryan Gosling. Hold up. Wait a minute. That's pretty cool. Love that. Project Hail Mary. I'll have to look into that. I assume that would be nonfiction. Sorry, fiction. It would be a fictitious, so delicious. Don't believe me? Ask the dishes. It's sci-fi. Ooh, nice. All right, so I don't know why my starting screen. Let's turn that starting music off. Starting screen. Browse. Why are you not on here? Sorry, hold up. I gotta use hardware. Oh, dude. Okay. Maybe this will just come back up when I redo it, but I'm gonna go Twitch, Elements, blue screen, go. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Nice. Okay. I had to troubleshoot that because I'm like, why is that off right now? Main screen is up. Logic Pro's over here. Be right back. Oh, be right back is also... Dang. You're kidding me. Browse. Okay, but that's right back. Okay. There we go. Then offline. It's my outro music. There we are. Offline. Bam. There we are. Thank you to all supporters. And then your name shows up if you were on there. All right, cool. Adios, amigos. Adios. Buenas noches. 1:30 in the morning. Sorry. 1:30 in the morning. What are we doing up? What are we doing up at 1:30 in the morning? That's the question. I think this is pretty cool though. Heck, I don't know if you've seen this, but I've had this green screen my entire life. I had no idea that I had it. I've had this green screen my entire life, and it's been in this package for my editing software that I got when I was like 16, 17. And just never knew that I had this. So I popped out the editing software. I like tried to look in to see where the disc was, and there's a massive green screen in there. So I'm like, yeah, sweet. What's up, Slim? Slim Fiver. Slim Fervor? Yo, Slim Fervor, good to have you in. Welcome in, first time chatter. What's up? Yeah, I mean, it's pretty sick in that I can just like apply a filter on there. Bam. And we're in the Mandelbrot set. Check us out. Whoa. Psychedelic, dude. Psychedelic, bro. Yeah, this is the Mandelbrot set. It's short for forever. Ah, cool. I'll say that. I'll say that from here on out. How are you? I'm doing fantastic. Doing fantastic. Thank you for asking. But I will tell you what, I am inches away from ending the stream. I'm so close because we got to a stopping point. I won't say we got to the stopping point that I wanted to, but we got to a stopping point. My voice is getting to the point where I gotta check out. But what we do here on this stream is we make a bunch of audiobook stuff. So if you're into that, that's what we do. And I make audiobooks on this program called Logic Pro. I'm sure probably super familiar with Logic from audio production. This is the DAW that I use, the digital audio workstation. But we are making books on this website right here. It's called acx.com. It is the Amazon subsidiary that connects authors with narrators, and I've got 13 projects now online. These are all on Audible, and yeah, we just make these on stream, and you guys get to see the process of making audiobooks, and I have fun too, because while I'm working, I need that creative energy. I can't just work in a vacuum. And so this place can really be a vacuum. I'm in a soundproof booth right now, so a lot of the times this can become very, very sterile, very, very isolating. So I'm an author-ish. Oh, that's cool. That's awesome. Hey, if you write words and you can convey a compelling story, you're an author. You are an author, absolutely. That's amazing. But I'll tell you what, if you self-produce with KDP, Kindle Direct Publishing, you can put your book out there for free and you can get a revenue stream from it. This site immediately links up to it so you can claim your title. This is through Amazon, so KDP's through Amazon, ACX also through Amazon, and you can get your project on Audible. So if you are interested in that, or if you ever get to the point where you want to say, hey, this project is awesome, I love it, I want it to have an audiobook version, you can yourself create the audiobook. So if you feel like you've got a good voice, or you want to bring your specific voice to your project, this is a great place to come in and make that happen. So I help do that. I help make it happen for a lot of authors, and I just try to do my best and give it a good performance. And hopefully it's an entertaining process for anybody else that wants to see it. So thanks for popping in. I'll definitely have to give you a follow as well. Thank you for the follow. Because I think that I have this set to followers only. So here, I'll give you a follow right now. Bam. 4 minutes ago. Hold up. I don't know how to make my book free. I tried. Not looking for profit. You don't have to. You really don't have to. what you do is you go to KDP. So if you just type in KDP, it'll come up, but it's Kindle Direct Publishing. So this is the best place, actually. This is the best place, actually, to publish if you're not looking for anything like that. I've published a book on here, and when I tell you it's easy, it is so incredibly easy. Where you put in your information, you put in the title, you put in the about, you just fill in the info, and then Kindle does a really good job of assigning it an ISBN and putting it on the market immediately for anybody to buy. Yeah. I mean, it's out there, and you can change the price on it, and you can make it as low as like 99 cents. I did publish it on KDP. Oh, really? But I couldn't put it for free. Yeah. Yeah, I think yeah, you're right. The lowest they go is 99 cents, but I feel like everybody's got a dollar. Everybody's got a dollar. Everybody's got at least a dollar. If this were like 10 years ago, then I mean, we used to buy like MP3s for $1. Like I feel like it was a little bit different, but these days I feel like you're okay to put it for $1. And plus, your friends would love to support you. I definitely think that if you tell your friends about your projects, they are absolutely gonna be there for you. But that's what we got. That's what we got on ACX. Very cool. Very cool. Definitely appreciate. I definitely appreciate you coming in and checking us out. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's 99 cents for the Kindle ebooks, but the paperback, I think, lowest is $5. Yeah, well, hey, I would buy songs from my favorite artists from iTunes. Yeah, me too, honestly, to boost their sales numbers. I think the best way to support an artist these days is Bandcamp, I think Bandcamp gives them the biggest chunk, but it's still like they take out so much from it. Yeah, I would say 99 cents is a good place to put it, because everybody that like sees your book and thinks, this is kind of interesting, I want to see what it's about, like they'll definitely be willing to give you $1, And it's cool too, if you're logging into KDP, you list it for $1, somebody can read it, that's pretty neat. But then also you get like 67 cents or whatever. That's a happy surprise. It's a happy surprise. You come into your account, you check it, you're 67 cents richer. And then you can pass it on. You could put that you can buy somebody else's book for 99 cents when somebody else buys it. I don't know. It is for 99 cents if it's an ebook. Yeah, $5 for the paperback. That's the thing. So like paperback, you gotta like produce the paperback. That's the only thing. Yeah, I mean, yeah, but you gotta have somebody like make the paperback though, right? Wanted it for free but couldn't. I feel like if you bought it for $5 and then gave it to a local library, possibly they do it for you, Amazon. Yeah, but there's no free lunch though. Oh, they do. Okay, interesting. Maybe because they take so much, like maybe because they have enough profit from that $5 that it justifies them doing it for you, I think. Yeah, because there's no way that you could do it like for free with the paperback. But that is all I got today. All I got today. Right now we're working on this one up here, the Revenue Cure. And super happy that Mr. Scott has my name on there. Look at that. Narrated by. Check it out. And also this one as well. So very happy to see that. Shout out, Scott. Thank you for having me involved with these wonderful projects. There we go. Thank you for having me involved with these wonderful projects. You guys are amazing for coming in. Very good to meet you. Slim Forever. Slim Forever, very good to meet you. Mr. Heck, thank you so much for coming in. Mr. Heck, appreciate you. Shout out to my TikTok shout out to my TikTok fam with an M. Shout out to my TikTok fam out there. See ya. Well, have a great night, Heck. Have a wonderful evening. I hope you have wonderful things happen to you, and you have sweet dreams. I'm gonna myself have some sweet dreams here in a second. Love you guys, and I will see you on the next one. I'll probably be on TikTok here soon too, so appreciate you. I'm gonna shout out to my TikTok fam out there. I'm gonna see you soon. Love you. Peace.